Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Stating the Obvious. Okay. This is not going to be a regular episode. This is going to be a great episode. I have a feeling that this is going to be a good episode.
What do you mean not a regular episode? It's going to be a great episode. All episodes are great.
Yeah, I was going to be like, are you just dissing all our other episodes now?
I am, because this episode is going to make every other episode look like garbage.
Okay, Jit.
Like, this is going to be the turning point in our podcast, I think. Where, like, now, instead of just us and 4 other people listening to it, it's hundreds upon thousands of listeners are going to listen to this episode and be like, wow, we should give these guys money.
That's crazy, man.
Like the way you think, Jit.
Yeah, see? I think I have high hopes. But, I mean, in order to make this happen, y'all are going to have to help me. Y'all are going to have to give me some crazy obvious facts. So I'm not going to start with Pranay. I'm going to start with Noah. Noah, set us right here, Noah. Do it big.
My obvious fact is that I think we grew up in the golden age of the YA novel. Like, this is not something I realized at the time, but I think, like, the idea of, like, these huge blockbuster YA novel series like Harry Potter, like Hunger Games, just kind of coming out regularly, I think that's not something that happened before we kind of, like, the period where we grew up, and I don't think it's something that's going to happen, like, after. Like, I think we've reached a point where, like, kids just have kind of stopped reading books, and I'll be honest, I can't think of a single, like, big, like, book series released in, like, the last 10 years. I think it's just dead. I think it's just dead and gone.
That's kind of true. I mean,
that was crazy.
Percy
that
Jackson,
was actually really good.
Warriors,
Yeah.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I think that's still coming out. But, and then
It's still coming out, but no new series, right?
Yeah, I think all the, like, blockbuster, quote unquote blockbuster YA novels are like continuations. Like, I know they're releasing the next one of the Inheritance cycle later this year, but even that's a continuation.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, it's the 5th one.
It's in November. Yeah, November 5th
Christopher
or something.
Paolini just, like,
That's
released
wild.
a book when he was, like, 18 or some shit, and he's just been
Yeah.
writing it ever since.
I think he was 16
What's his name?
Yeah.
when he first wrote it.
Christopher Paolini?
Yeah, Christopher Paolini. It's the time span in which he released the last book to this one has been like, it's like a long time. It's at least 10 years.
Yeah.
I remember like ever since then I've just been looking forward to it. And it's finally
Is
came
Brittany
out.
sounding like Morse code to
Yeah,
anyone
for
else?
Sure, for sure. Know what? They're not supposed to know.
Okay, but, like, I'm just checking with you guys. Like, Pranay, like, it sounds like every 2 seconds you're just teleported to an alternate dimension. I have no idea what the fuck you just said.
It was like you're phasing in and out of time, but it's okay. Because here at State of
That's
the
just
Obvious, we
how I
have
do
the
it.
highest quality audio setups, and we're very professional about how we do things, in case you were thinking of sponsoring us or giving us money.
No, I mean, I think the angle we got to go for is we're very poor, and we need money so that we can buy better equipment. Because that is
You know
totally
what?
what I would use my money for if I was given any.
I think, God, what do you think of that? I think that's pretty good.
I think either way works as long as it brings in the sponsors.
You know, we had a sponsor once.
We did.
For those of you who are just starting to listen to Stating the Obvious, so maybe just like 1 or 2 friends of ours. But who was our sponsor that one time? Actually,
We had a couple.
we're not going to name drop them
Yeah.
because they don't deserve it.
Right.
Because they don't sponsor us anymore. But
Damn.
if you decide to, we will talk about you.
Look,
talk about you so nicely.
I'm ready to whore myself out for the capitalist system. Like, Raid, Shadow
You heard
Legends,
it here.
like fucking NordVPN. Hit me up, bro. I'll tattoo your name on my body. I'll do it.
He will.
He'll do
For the
it.
right
heard that.
price, I will do it.
He will do it.
You want a man to look like a walking NordVPN advertisement? For the right price, it could happen.
No, it's your guy.
He's that guy.
I have no
Okay,
dignity. I have no self-respect. Any, like,
That guy.
obstacle to this happening, it's already gone for me. I just want money.
Okay, fire. Okay, they heard it. We heard it. We'll make it happen. Light work. Cobb,
Yes,
keep
Jit.
it going. Keep us strong here. Pranay, I'm buying you some time. Cobb, give us an obvious fact.
Just this past week, I realized just how long it's been since we've actually been in high school. It's been over 5 years, pretty much, since we've been in the thick of high school. And the reason I've been reminded of this is recently, as you all know, we did debate in high school, and recently we got an email asking us to come back and judge this debate tournament. But things have changed so much. The event that we all did basically is non-existent there anymore. The entire coaching staff has changed. And even the school district itself, you have to be registered and fingerprinted and like become a contractor with the school just to even enter anymore. And that made me feel so old. I don't know why, but it made me feel so old because it was back in my day, things were so different. And I don't know, I just realized how long it's been since we've actually all been together in the same school. I don't know. Just made me feel nostalgic, I guess.
Times change.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
kind of sad.
This is a good insight, Kyle, but I think this is true about every aspect of life. You know, it's easy to reflect upon.
Yeah, but I got this
Everything and
realization
say-
this week because of the email. But
Yeah. I know, and I have talked about this a fair bit about missing kind of that aspect of our lives,
Yeah,
but I think we should just cherish the fact that we had it in the first place.
yeah, but I guess
Yeah.
the thing that makes me sad is that other people after us won't really get to experience that same level of PF-ness anymore because that program just doesn't exist.
I mean,
at
you
West
never
End.
know. It
mean,
might
it
come
could come back.
in the future. Yeah.
Maybe, but at least for now, it just doesn't exist. I was happy
There's
with
nothing like that compares.
yeah, other people getting to experience that, and I was like, yeah, I was part of that program kind of thing. But now it's just I don't know. It's like the Patriots used to be a really great team that Jit loved so much,
Just
but now they're not as good.
Depress. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I haven't felt the same level of just attachment to a place as I did in high school. I didn't fully appreciate it at the time, but it really felt like there was a sense of identity or just community, at least within our year at Plano West. I haven't really felt that since. Not in any job, not in college. It feels a lot more sort of loose and I guess not quite as communal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that goes back to the formation of the TMND. Huh? I mean, without that kind of program, this whole thing wouldn't exist. Probably.
That's crazy. That is crazy to think about, that this podcast would not be here today if not for that, I guess, era in high school.
Right, because that's the most important thing to come out of that. It's this podcast.
It's true.
Yes.
Wait. True. I mean, for those of you who are just tuning in to saying the obvious, this podcast, I mean, it was originally never really started as let's start a podcast so, we can have all these sponsorships and have it blow up and be like Joe Rogan or whoever. It was more of just a thing for us to stay connected.
No,
Now
you
we
see,
all
this whole thing was intentional. We saw COVID coming. We knew that coronavirus was going to change the world. And we started a podcast to document our experiences of it.
We did start right before
be
COVID. We did.
Yeah. And I mean, it's pretty cool, I think, if you go back and listen to the episodes from that time. The very first few episodes where we're talking about COVID and we're we think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think the very first thing we talked about on the very first episode was COVID.
No. The very first one was about the Trump impeachment, and we talked about the MCU and stuff. The second
No,
one was COVID.
we did talk about COVID on that one.
Did we? Maybe.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
we were already talking about the Trump impeachment even back then.
I mean, he was impeached
Yeah.
twice.
This was the first one. Yeah. No.
That's crazy to think about, no?
No. But also, if you go back and listen
Getting
to
impeached twice.
the first ones, just the way that we've been able to produce these episodes, we've gotten so much better. Even though we don't really realize it too much, if you go back and listen to the first ones, our episodes are so much better now.
Oh my god, we sounded so crunchy in the first ones.
Not only that, but
You know what we
were
used to
talking
do?
over each other.
Yeah, we used to have a thing where like if you wanted to speak next, you would have to type something in like our chat, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
you could go
Yeah.
next, so we
that
wouldn't constantly
did
just
not work out
interrupt each other.
eventually. Yeah.
Like that didn't work. We had like a whole. We tried to do video cameras, and then we would like raise our hand for whoever wanted to go next,
Yeah.
or like we would like communicate
Yeah.
like that
That was
to
so
try and
dumb.
keep the episodes like cleaner. Nah, it's fine. You know what we did right before we started recording this episode? We made like animal noises for like a minute,
The power of the moon.
just cause.
Just because we could.
Just cause we could, we did. Okay, let's take a poll. Who here thinks our listeners would like to hear us make animal noises?
I think they'd all like to hear Pranay's impression of a monkey.
Oh, yeah. We've already done this many times. We've done
I
these
feel
many
like-
times.
I feel like I
What
enjoy
about
it too much.
for the
though.
new listeners? Renee, remember this episode, it's gonna have hundreds of thousands of new listeners that have not heard your impression. Think about it,
They
Renee.
have heard this.
Renee, think about it. Okay, what if we all made monkey noises with you? As a
I
team?
just need to get into the right state of mind.
That's true. That's true. That's
What
very
do you need?
true.
A fucking banana? Like,
Go find wife, find banana. Kill wife,
That's right.
wife dead.
what is the
Wife.
mindset, Pranay? Like, at what point do your core like brain functions just switch off and you just turn
Like
into a fucking monkey?
sometimes I'm actually playing Wukong and I just like feel
I see.
the instinct.
The instinct
Just
of
feel it in
Wukong.
me. I see the angle
All right, how
on
about
like
you just like
an
start
alt, W
spinning,
alt,
just
and-
spin around, like just get into the Wukong mindset.
woo woo.
That's not it. That's not it. When PJ feels it, and he's thinking like a monk, the monk noises will come out.
It's in my bones.
It's true. Jit, I think we've skipped over one person.
We haven't skipped over him yet. We're still like building Derek
All
off.
right. Well, it's been plenty of
Come on.
time. I want to see what he has.
I mean, yeah. Look, don't get mad at me for trying to buy Pranay as much time as possible. Okay, I low-key felt like he needed it this time. Pranay, give us an obvious fact with all the time you've had to prepare.
My obvious fact is that I think coastal cities will become a dying breed.
What?
Okay,
And
fuck, dude. Fuck.
this is
Fuck, it was gonna go so well. We had so many. We were on such a good roll, and then Pranay, why did I buy you all this time?
I was tying it into the floods in the New York and all these
Oh
things.
my
Oh
god!
my God.
Fine. He had a vision. He had a dream.
I did.
Whatever. Go for it.
Yeah, so basically, we have had a lot of floods in, well, not where I have been, but in the area of New York this past week. And I've realized one thing is that, this is a very common fact that, most of the big cities are coastal ones, but we're going to have to fucking figure out something with, rising sea levels after climate change. And I realized a lot of cities might end up just becoming like New Orleans with just like big walls. Because I feel like people won't, people invested too much in, like infrastructure in cities, or just like they will stay placed and we'll just build coastal walls. And then one day the coastal walls will break and then doom.
For sure.
Pranay, like what the fuck is happening to your Wi-Fi? Is like your router
What?
perchance like glitching into an alternate universe every couple seconds?
I don't know. It's been pretty normal for me so far.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. I have no idea what the fuck he's saying, man.
Noah, if all the coastal cities flood,
Okay.
where do you move? Where do you think those people move?
Into the ocean? I don't know.
That'd be pretty cool to have like underwater cities.
Into the ocean is crazy. Just like a mass murder. Okay.
Right? But can you imagine if we had
Fire.
like Atlantis, like real underwater cities? Do you think that's ever a possibility?
The question is why?
Yeah.
Why would you?
Because then you have so much more land
Because everything
space.
is underwater, I guess.
Yeah, but how expensive would it fucking be to build everything underwater? Like, if Minecraft has taught me anything, is that trying to build anything underwater is a bitch because you have to get all the water out first. And how the fuck are you supposed to do that?
I don't know, man.
You know,
Well, if in Minecraft you just build a door and the water will
just
go
build it.
away.
Yeah.
thanks, Renee.
Are you
You
just
know
like
what? You're
fucking
so right.
just gonna like invest in doors? Like, how many doors do we need, man? Is that our new $1 trillion infrastructure program? Just fucking doors?
Hey, in Minecraft, if we put down a sponge, it takes away all the water in the area
Yeah,
too.
that's true.
True,
You
true,
put
but
down
where do you
doors, you
get
put down
sponges?
sponges.
I don't know.
That's a good question. I actually don't know where you
They're
get
those
sponges in
big fucking
Minecraft.
sea temples, and you know what? Those are guarded by those like fucking laserfish. And those
Yeah.
True.
like, you have any idea how many times I died just trying to get sponges?
Yeah,
It was a lot,
those,
man.
What are those things called? The Guardians? So the
Yeah,
Guardians.
Yeah, they do so much damage.
Like, point is, I don't want to get killed by a laserfish. I think building cities underwater is a bad idea.
All right, you heard it here first. If Noah becomes president, the coastal cities are going underwater. That's where you live now.
Well, I mean, it's not.
Okay,
It's not
that's
the
a-
decision of the United States government. It's the decision of like the fucking planet.
You know, you make a great point. I'm very thankful you made this point in today's episode. I'm not sure what this episode would be without this point.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Noah. Brene, do you want to do your transition now, or like?
What do you mean? Nah, I was talking about floods.
Okay.
That was his transition. He's already transitioned.
You already said all you said. You already said it.
You fully transitioned. Okay,
That is
okay,
that is the transition.
fine. I mean, like, okay, sure. You know what? Sure. Fuck it. How's your gaming? How's DFT?
Okay. Yeah, well, another thing that's going on, I guess, is where COD played the league.
Okay, no, Brene,
UTD League.
you're not explaining this. You
Okay,
explain
God,
this.
explain it.
Yeah. So, LOL UTD. They're a pretty good LOL club at UTD, and they're running this TFT tournament. All these people are way better than us. Like, we don't even compare. But me, Noah, and PJ have entered a TFT tournament for next Saturday. And it's a solo tournament, so not double up, unfortunately. But grand prize is $100 if you win the whole thing. So we are looking at TFT strats. Pranay has been watching many a video to
I have
understand.
been watching videos.
Yeah, to understand
I have
what the
been
meta
watching
is. Noah is getting back in TFT, but honestly, I think like we're gonna just to get demolished. It's sad, but I think we can make it past the first round, maybe. That's
I
what.
don't.
Yeah, I think we could probably get past the first round.
I'm telling you, man. Like, I haven't played in like several months, and I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna have the time to play in the next week or so before the tournament. So I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna show up. There's gonna be a bunch of like fucking like new units. I have no idea what the fuck they do, and I'm just gonna get dicked, man. Like, there's no pretty way of putting it. I'm just gonna like get fucking bent over a barrel, and all these like fucking grandmaster TFT players, they're just gonna shove like a stick of dynamite up my ass and light the fuse.
Or-
There ain't nothing I can do about it.
Well, you've played this set before, right? With all like the different regions.
Yeah,
of-
but like there's been a refresh, right?
yeah. There are some new units.
I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, you should play at least a couple games before, just so you know. Yeah. How's your work schedule? Is it? It has gotten better. From what
It
I
has
know.
gotten better. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I work. Tuesday, Thursday, I have off, which is nice. I'll be honest, I kind of want to quit right now because having to spend like 12 hours every week wrangling kids and getting them to do their fucking math homework is not fun. Like, some of them,
Progressively started to hate his job more and more. It started off being like, yeah, this is all right. Then it's like, I hate these kids. And I was like, I cannot stand these kids. These kids get me sick. I don't want to do this anymore.
bro, It's bullshit. You know, it is absolute bullshit. I get paid $15 an hour to do this. What the fuck? I know for a fact there are people out there being paid 6 figures to do less work in a day than I fucking do in 3 hours.
Yeah, you're actually so right. Low key. I think if I took my Make America job, that would be me.
Like, I like... Okay. Like, maybe I'm not fucking curing cancer. Maybe I'm not developing the next fucking ChatGPT. But you try, like, getting 4 kids to just do their work for an hour, alright? Like, holy shit. Like, some of them are fine. Like, I tell them to do something, and they do it. Some of them, they act like I'm fucking, like, Hitler or something, and they're trying to overthrow me. Like, I can't.
Noah, give me an example of the worst kid. What's one thing the worst kid
Oh
has
my
done?
god, the worst kid, like I'm like I don't even blame him that much because like I'm like 99% sure he has like ADHD, like dyslexia, some shit. Like but like basically he can't sit still. He can't pay attention. He doesn't listen and like I don't know, man. Like I just the amount I'm able to care about it has been steadily declining. I've just gotten to the point where like he doesn't even call me the right name anymore, and I don't give a shit. He called me Ryan the other day, and I said, "Yeah, what do you want?"
The way this job is trending, Noah, I do not know if you will be employed by them much longer.
Bro, like okay, look, I do my job, I get my shit done.
Oh, I'm sure
The
of
question
that.
is,
Yeah.
do I want to? Do I want to continue doing this? Well, okay, I'm supposedly getting $15 an hour, but let me tell you, after Social Security and all those deductions, it's more like 12. Like $12 an hour, like that's like what the fuck do you do with $12 an hour? Like I
don't.
I can like maybe buy like lunch at like fucking Panda Express or some shit for $12 an hour. That's not worth it, okay? Like soggy chicken and like dry rice is not worth it.
Is there any other jobs that you could work?
I don't know, man. None that would work with my schedule is a sad thing. Like being a full-time student basically invalidates most options of acquiring work or like acquiring currency, which is why I need our viewership to like donate to us so like I can like
donate to Noah.
Very good.
Yes.
You know, like survive and not fucking starve.
Ideally, it is good for
on the streets
for you to survive.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, do we have a Patreon, Cobb?
We can make one. I think you can
Exactly.
actually donate. You can donate on the Spotify page. That's available for everyone.
Exactly. Look,
so.
there may be starving children in Africa every day, but I don't want to work my fucking job anymore, and I think that's more important.
There is a starving Noah.
Exactly.
And honestly, like, just donate. Mom, I'm not, like, help me out here.
Yeah, on a side note, I watched this video the other day. I watched a lot of videos, actually. And I was watching this one video on, like, it was like the first the first Panda Express location, something like that. And they were just showing how they make the food. And I was like, wow, they actually pay a lot of attention to, like, different recipes and, like, Asian, like, Chinese things. I didn't realize that. Yeah, I don't know about the ones later on, but that first, when they were making the food, I was like, wow, this actually looks all like really good. And they're like, it seems like a legit restaurant instead of like a fast food place.
Yeah. I mean, so absolutely true. I personally am vegetarian, if you guys didn't know.
Jake, have you ever eaten at Panda Express?
No. Actually once, but like that was when I literally could not eat anything else, and like I only had like the rice.
Yeah, I think the rice
like
is
the problem
yeah.
is because they share like the spoons or whatever they call them. Like they don't say anything's vegetarian because there's so much cross contamination.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it is really good.
So I just don't eat there at all. Like even if there is stuff that's like vegetarian, I don't think it is because it's probably cross contaminated. So.
Fair.
At that point, it's just like, and it's also like shitty like food.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's just like heavily like preservatives. It's pretty like
It's just
I
it's
will
just
say,
low
I think the
quality.
vegetarian
Like, if you're
options are
getting
not
Panda Express, like there
that
are
amazing.
better options for sure.
Like, as in,
I
like,
mean, there are some Chinese restaurants, not
Yeah, I don't
Panda
think there
Express,
are
not
many.
like food chains, but like local Chinese places that are like, extremely good.
Look, if you
Dude,
go to
yeah.
you know a Chinese restaurant is legit when the place looks like a shithole. There's like some teenager who probably is like the owner's like son or daughter, like in the corner doing their fucking math homework,
Yes.
and you just got
Yes.
like a bunch of like middle-aged Chinese people just like sitting around, and like they're just like sitting there. They're not even eating anything. They're just like sitting there, just like fucking like fanning themselves, just kind of looking around. Like that's how you know a place is legit. You got to go in there and feel like you've automatically gone down several tax brackets.
Yeah, have you guys ever been in Frisco, literally right next to Blaze? There's this place called Dumpling House. Have you guys ever been there, PJ?
I have not.
Mm-mm.
That is like a even that is like a top tier Chinese place. Yeah, it is very, very good. I don't know how much vegetarian stuff they have. I'm sure they do, but we should do it sometime. We should go.
I mean, when I come back and when Pranay comes visits, we'll go.
Yeah, we should.
I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, I mean,
Or not.
yeah. There's a lot of There's not that much,
I mean,
but
There is a Chinese
Phil.
vegetarian / vegan place Samantha and I went to a few times called Just Vegan. I took
Oh.
Viswa there one time.
Oh.
Yeah, their shit honestly kind of slaps. And like you go in there and it looks pretty desolate, so like that is why I trust that place.
okay.
I think that's the key. Is really the desolation.
Of
It
smell.
has to look like, it just has to look like not great.
Yeah. Like the more clean a place like a Chinese place looks, the more suspicious I am of it. I'm like, you
Like,
look too put together. I don't like you.
they're definitely like money laundering at those places.
Yeah.
Like,
No, wait, remember
There's
that
no
one time we went
shots.
to a Domino's at Harvard that like was like 90% like a money laundering operation?
oh my god, yes, I remember
Right.
this.
They didn't even
That
have
was
it, like
crazy.
the fucking pizza. Like all the pizza was still in like plastic wrap and shit. Like, didn't we have to wait like an
Wait.
hour because they had to like actually go like make food for
I
the
don't
first
think,
time in like
I
a year?
genuinely think, yeah, they looked at like the instructions.
like
Okay, maybe like the recipe is the right word, but they didn't know how to cook.
no, that place was like
Like-
100% a drug like money laundering operation. Like, no way that's a real Domino's.
I think it was like genuinely the first order they've gotten in like maybe weeks, months.
Yeah, that was
'Cause-
wild.
That was a trip.
Like,
Hey, you guys, this is also on the side of when you're talking about pizza places. So, interestingly enough, I don't think they do it anymore, but it was like Uber Eats or Deliveroo or Grubhub or something. Sometimes they downcharge restaurants in order to like, if you say pizza costs for $12, they might say it's costs $10. And they do it for like so-called like kind of like R&D reasons, like to see how many people will buy this like pizza or go to this location, and then they go to the vendor and be like, hey, look, you're getting this much business on Uber Eats, you might as well just partner with us, something like that. So they have some reasons for that. But there's this group of people, I forgot in what city, I found out that Uber Eats was doing this, and this is like very clearly you make money from this, right? So they just infinitely ordered their own pizza, and it costs $10 for them to make, but they're getting like $12 from Uber Eats or something. So that, I was just like, not thinking about it, like people have done money laundering shit like this similarly before too.
man, I really hope our listeners valued that speech from Pranay, because I heard about like 75% of it.
Rip.
Right. They will
They
be
will.
able to hear
They
it.
will.
At least they will be
Yeah,
able to.
they will be able to hear it. And
Yep.
if you liked what Pranay said, make sure to leave a comment. Make sure to hit that follow button so you can hear more of Pranay. We love listening to Pranay. Right, Pranay?
Rip. Yeah, ideally.
You were supposed to say right,
Yeah.
and I thought you were going to, and then you're like, rip.
Well, recently
But
PJ
it's okay.
has gotten some pretty astonishing accomplishments.
Wait, what? What did you
Never
say?
mind.
You have astonishing accomplishments, Brene.
Oh,
We're talking
okay.
about the thing you
Okay.
did.
I see. Well, ideally, if you can still hear me, maybe not. But yes, recently I have finally. So basically, the Fed has this they've got this hack basically to get the publication numbers up for their economists, where you can count blog posts on their website as a publication. But that also happens to count for the RAs that work for the Economist. So I happen to be an RA that works for an economist who does blog posts regularly. And so now I too am getting publications of my own because of this. It's just pretty cool, I guess, because it'll really help, like on grad apps and stuff like that.
So what have you been
Oh, yeah.
publishing?
It's nothing like super exciting. It's just like a quarter update forecast for the model that our team
Very good,
handles.
Brene.
But yeah, hopefully you heard what
Yeah,
I
well,
said.
I
Yeah.
heard something about the economy,
yes.
and that is all I need to know.
That it is, yes, we do work with the
Very
economy
good,
from
Vinay.
time to time.
You work with it or for it?
We do.
Don't we all work
No,
for
I
the
can't tell
economy?
you that information.
Like, isn't that
Huh?
just kind of how a job works?
No what?
What?
Shut the hell up.
All right, fuck you too. Maybe I will.
You'll fuck me?
Shut the hell up, or which one?
which one, Noah?
It's a very important question we need to answer.
I
now.
don't know. How about our viewers decide? Give us money and attach which option you want with your money. Give it. Just donate, please.
Leave a comment.
I need the
Which
money.
option would you like?
No, you really do seem desperate for this money now.
You don't understand. I am a wage laborer, and I wish to escape this reality.
No, can I ask you a question, Noah?
What?
If you were like a woman and you could whore yourself out for money, like on OnlyFans or something,
Yeah.
would you do it?
That's tough. That's tough. Because, like, the thing is, you would think it would just be, like, taking pictures of yourself and just posting them on OnlyFans. But you gotta, like, work for that shit. Like, there is a large supply of OnlyFans thoughts. And, like, if you want people to donate to you, like, you can't just, like, post your nudes on there. You gotta, like, advertise and, like, work social media and shit. Like,
Yeah, you do. It's not just...
Like, man, like, I don't know, like, I've seen it, like, the amount of Reddit accounts that are just, like, fucking, like, girls, like, trying to shill for their OnlyFans accounts. It's a surprising amount. You see them in strange places.
What's the strangest place you've seen it?
Well, yeah, where have
Probably
you seen them before?
r/NBA, honestly.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
Damn.
there was a girl
those
in.
basketball players, right?
Honestly, I don't even know if it was a girl, but there was someone in my Valorant game.
Yeah, so, like, I mean,
Who
just-
was just like, yo,
Just
subscribe
kept
to my
posting the link
OnlyFans?
in the all chat.
usually it's Twitch, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying, though.
That is
Like, you
crazy.
would think it's a low effort investment. I think it's probably a lot of work.
But
Yeah.
on the upside, you don't have to deal with the kids.
It's also a lot of money. Like,
True.
let's say you could do it and you could make a fuck ton of money.
True.
Like-
I don't know, like,
Would you?
maybe, but I get the feeling it's probably a case where, like, the top like 1% are making bank, and everyone else is like pennies in comparison. You know?
Yeah, it's probably like actors.
Actors on OnlyFans?
No. Actors,
what do you mean,
as in the
actors?
top 1% are making a bank, but like the average actor makes like nothing.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I thought you meant like fucking
Very confusing
like
comment
Scarlett
there.
Johansson was on OnlyFans. I was like, really?
It was like,
I
okay,
mean, like,
cool.
tell me where so I can avoid that place.
Yeah,
For a friend.
I can make sure I do not.
Like, look, I mean, actors should remain pure and what's the word for it? Yeah, Christian. So I don't want to
You're so right now.
defile my eyes with this unchristian sin. So yeah, just let me know, and I will be sure to avoid that for the grace of my holy soul.
No, I feel like you'd be a good rapper.
I would not. I lack the inherent self-confidence needed for
He
it.
would be not a good rapper. He'd be a good ghostwriter. No one can come up with
Yeah, I
some
could do
fire
that.
lyrics. If someone else can rap them for him.
I mean, I don't know.
You know what? I believe that actually.
I feel like maybe there is one person I for sure know I could write better lyrics in, and that's Dame Lillard. Have you guys like seen his raps?
Does he
Yeah,
actually
he does
do raps?
So do you guys know? Like
No.
you all know Dame, right? Like Cobb, PG. Like I know Visla does.
Wait, yeah, I do.
Yeah. So he just got traded to the Bucks, and he released a rap song called "Farewell," which is
What
like
the hell?
it's his
Interesting.
like rap single because he's leaving Portland, which is like his whole like loyalty shtick. But like, let me tell you, like some of these lines are like they're not it, man. Like solo mission with my kids. I know they fuck with Disney. Like I don't know. I'm skeptical.
Interesting.
I learned that a wolf could sometimes resemble a husky. Like, when you play with good people, your goals is the dungeon. Like these are real lines from the song.
Yeah, well, no, you could definitely write
Well,
better raps than that. I've heard you do some.
But also, like, you have to respect. Like, sometimes bars are like they're the stupidest things you've heard, but like they go so hard.
Give me an example, Jith.
Like, how
yeah,
can
what
I
is
be?
this?
How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what.
Like, be so funny. Oh, it's so
That's one
funny.
of those lines where it's just so dumb it's good.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. He's just like, yeah, a wolf looks like a husky. My bitch is gay.
Honestly, I didn't find it funny until Jit said it, to be honest.
Sometimes a wolf does indeed resemble a husky. They look similar.
They look similar.
Bars,
Very
man,
good.
just straight bars.
I think it's fire. Honestly, like, like what are some of the lyrics?
Oh man. Let's see. Okay, big dollar, not the little one. Come and eat just like a pilgrim. I don't understand that one. What does a pilgrim eat like?
Yeah, okay, that one seems a little bit confusing to
I
me.
don't-
What was the Disney one though?
Solo mission with my kids. I know they fuck with Disney. There's no
think that
context
goes
to that.
pretty hard.
I mean, it's okay, I guess.
Point is, you can do something better.
Probably.
I 100%
Okay.
believe so.
Maybe that's what
Okay,
you should
like, this
spend your
one
time
is
doing.
just, like,
Instead of like
kinda
working
weird.
for minimum wage.
Touched by the man, not a reverend. Wait,
Maybe that is
I don't.
like, that's what he intended.
He was touched by a man, but he wasn't a reverend.
Fire.
Fire.
That's all I can say. Yeah.
Spitting
Simply
bars.
bars.
Yep. So yeah, Milwaukee's about to get some of this.
Some of this gas.
Hope they're ready. I mean, I don't know. Like Dame and Giannis, I feel is a pretty potent combo.
Not this is not raps. I'm
No,
assuming
this is
in-
me saying from a basketball perspective. Like, I don't know. Does Giannis rap? Like, Maybe in Greek.
Maybe
Yeah,
you
maybe
could.
you could.
Maybe in Greek. The Greek raps.
How can I be homophobic? But all those like British raps, British raps, British. Yeah, it's British. Hey, can somebody do an accent? Can somebody do a British accent? Everyone do your best British accent.
I don't even know how to do that.
Oh, you got a license for that?
Got a license.
Got a
for that.
license for that stabbing?
Why? What is the famous
Whoa.
line that
That's what they.
But what?
The thing goes
But what?
But what?
I think
Oh,
that's
hey, you
Super high
can
level
do,
practice, yeah.
PJ can do all of Phoenix's voice lines.
True. PJ.
What is one of his voice lines? It's
Oh
been a
my
long
God,
time.
DJ, what are you
I've since
doing?
How do you
forgotten.
not know this?
I've not played this game in a long time.
Whenever I
Let
see
me know.
Phoenix, I-
You're dead.
That's so true.
Jokes. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do
Yoke's
it.
over.
Yoke's over.
Yoke's over.
What are we saying? We should move on. Like, what are we doing?
I'm having a great time. If I'm being completely honest, I was looking up those lyrics. He's like SOS, somebody come rescue me. Like Central C.
Yeah, I
nobody
mean,
knows this.
Nope.
No, I don't.
Central
I
C
don't
is the
know.
guy who he's a British rapper, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like some British
It's
rappers
bars.
are good, but like
How can I be homophobic?
you like this line a lot, Chip.
My bitches.
Man.
It's so funny.
I saw a YouTube video that was just Boris Johnson giving a speech in Parliament, but they put the track from Rap God over it, and like that shit went hard, man.
What the? That I can
I'll have
actually
to send
imagine.
it to you guys. Like that was like, damn, just bars.
Oh,
So
sorry.
PJ, how
Okay.
is your soccer going?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Last time, I will say, I came out here with a very strong statement about how, my physical fitness is up there and I'm just like, the peak of my ability and everything. No, long story short, and no, I still have a long way to go. It is tough out here. These people are just monsters in the hot. It's
So real.
like, I just cannot explain
can't hear
how
most of it,
physically
so
fit
I can
everyone
only
is.
assume you are talking about the size of your monster cock.
That is, yes, that is what I was
That is-
speaking about.
yes.
I just heard the word monstrous, and then I'm assuming you're saying that you can't find anyone willing to take your monster cock. That is a shame, Pranay. You have my condolences.
That is, yeah,
It's hard.
rip.
It's hard for any man
Well,
to deal with.
Yeah, but I
It
guess
really
PJ, last time you were like, oh yeah, my physical fitness is so much better, but apparently it's not good.
Yeah, it's tough. It really is tough out here.
Damn. That's hard.
But we are improving, and we will continue to get better.
You know, if you want to help Pranay with his physical shortcomings, you can donate to our Patreon.
You can.
All the proceeds go towards buying Pranay more gym equipment.
True.
Okay, but I
I
think
would enjoy
Pranay
this.
he has a pretty big arm. He's cooking.
Yeah, but not as much as the people out here, man. It's
Is the Fed
ridiculous.
just full of like jacked economists?
Well, it's not the Fed. The Fed people are really physically fit there too. It's not the economists. It's just all the RAs are is crazy.
What is it?
But the people who are just like play soccer regularly at like in leagues, they're just crazy.
For sure.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's about the most. Yeah.
So real, Pranay. I love that you keep it 100 all the time.
I can see why you did so well in Extend.
I do like it. Keep it this.
You truly get across.
Yeah, it was my audio. It was my audio cutting
Yeah,
out
you
the whole
truly
time.
get
That was
across
the
a great
issue.
deal in very few words.
Yes.
It's really impressive, honestly. Okay, well, guys, Pranay's soccer segment is done.
Rip.
We're moving on to the NBA segment. We're not. Okay, we already did this.
Yeah.
What the fuck? There's no point. We're going on. What is this?
Survivalist?
This is some
Survivalist.
people that
Who the
PJ
fuck
are
is
watching.
Hazen Otto? What kind of name is that?
The outdoor
Yeah.
boys.
Who
This
names
is-
their kid Hazen?
I'm pretty sure he's Native American. It's his Native American name.
Don't cancel me.
Well, this guy
Immediate
is kind
fear.
of insane.
After Cobb said Native American, I heard it in his
This
voice.
guy is kind of insane. He's Native American, and so what he does is he goes to tribes, indigenous tribes all over the world, and he'll learn, like, very briefly, I guess, some of their methods, and then he'll basically just, like, go out in the jungle and survive, like, 10 days or something. But, he's more authentic than, like, Bear Grylls or something, because he's using, like, real techniques and strategies, so...
Bro, Bear Grylls is like not authentic at all.
No, but this guy, I'm pretty sure he's authentic, because, I mean, the indigenous tribes are doing it, so...
Yeah, I mean, like, isn't Bear Grylls' whole operation basically just him, like, exporting him, like, a TV studio out to the middle of fucking nowhere so they can watch him drink his own piss?
Pretty much, yeah.
Would you guys ever drink your own piss?
Hell no.
Like, before.
Well, actually, maybe.
What I ever drink. Yeah, I mean, if it's a life
Yeah,
or
I
death
mean, I guess if
situation,
I had
then
to,
yeah.
to live,
I don't think that's.
Yeah,
I don't
doesn't
think
it
that's
dehydrate
one of
you?
the worst things you would have to
Doesn't
do.
it, like, isn't it just counterproductive?
you have to filter it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about, like, in Life of Pi? Didn't
No,
he?
he didn't.
No, he had
Yeah.
his water
Also
filter
got a
thing.
magical
Oh,
tiger or some
yeah.
shit.
Yeah. But no, he never. He just.
I feel like you lost the meaning of that book, no?
I mean, I got tiger. He was on a boat. There was a weird island with teeth on it. Like, I think I got the main
You're
point.
missing the monk. There's a monk. Remember?
Oh, true. How could I forget?
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. I clearly do not remember that book as well as I thought I did.
Didn't we watch the movie in Humanity?
Yeah.
I think so.
I thought we just read
I
the
thought we did
book.
both.
I think
I
we
thought-
did both.
I thought we did both.
Okay, well, maybe both.
I mean, I don't know. I've always really liked it. I thought it was well written.
Yeah, it was a good book.
Guys, honestly, like, low-key, would you guys ever want to adopt a tiger?
No.
Hell no.
No.
Like a baby tiger and, like, raise
Okay.
it, and then it's your best
Yeah,
friend.
but the tiger grows up and, like, dude, cats already try to kill you. And they're small. Like, if the tiger...
But I feel like tigers, they have more respect, you know? They're about that life. Like,
Okay, so you're just assuming that your tiger just is respectful and is just gonna stay that way their entire life. What if your tiger just wakes up and has a bad day? Huh? Like, what are you gonna fucking do about it?
I'll make it a good day.
Yeah. Yeah, you will.
That is a good idea. Have you seen? There's this one guy. I forgot what his name is, but he's grown up with this, like, pack of 2 tigers. This one tiger
seen
is
it.
just a behemoth, and it's. I think it's like a saber
Yeah,
tooth.
yeah, the saber-tooth tiger. That's right. Yeah,
a
yeah,
Siberian tiger. A Siberian. Yeah, not a saber tooth. Those are extinct. But it's like a Siberian tiger, and he just wrestles with that thing. And I'm scared for him that one day that thing just decides to be a little bit more physical than usual, and it just rips his head off.
Yeah. I mean, just in general,
yeah,
like,
that-
the people who, like, I don't know, not raise, but, like, I guess adopt, like, lions and bears and stuff, and they, like, get into the cage with them and, like, they're wrestling with them or, like, petting them and stuff. Like, I don't know, man. That seems too dangerous.
Like, nah, bro. I'm gonna stick with my dogs.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could ever do that.
Look, domesticated animals are just, like, fundamentally different from wild animals.
Yeah.
Like, we have genetically engineered animals like dogs to be our friends for, like, thousands, if not millions of years. Okay, thousands of years, not
Thousands,
millions of years.
yeah.
Millions is too many. Thousands of years.
Hundreds of
Like
thousands.
just picking up like a fucking wild animal and just being like, I'm gonna raise it and it will be my friend. Like that's not how it works.
Yeah, I don't know. What's the next domesticated like animal that's on track to domestication?
I don't know. People kept
Yeah,
track
I
of
don't
this.
know.
Next animal to be domesticated. I've googled
I
it.
feel like we haven't tried to domesticate anything new. Like we've already got most of the niches filled, right?
Muscovy ducks.
Oh, ducks.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
we are kind of breeding ducks.
Ducks, turkeys, I guess. Are fish considered
Assorted reasons.
domesticated? Like salmon? Are they considered domesticated?
I don't know.
I feel like fish.
Like farm raised?
Yeah, like farm raised fish. Are those considered domestic animals?
I would say no.
Yeah, so like maybe fish is next to be domesticated.
Yeah.
But like,
Now, long story short, I don't want a tiger in my house.
alpaca,
I thought alpacas
Alpacas
were
have
already
been domesticated for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
llamas, turkey,
And turkey might not be domesticated.
colpeo foxes.
I don't even know
Foxes
what
would
that
be
is.
dope. If we could domesticate foxes, that would be like really fucking cool.
Yeah,
I
I
would
would
own
own
a
a fox if they were
Yeah.
domesticated.
I would own
And then
a.
I finally
what
know
reason?
what the fox says.
That's such an old reference now.
That's crazy. How long ago was that?
Like 10 years?
10, 12
11?
years?
No
Yeah.
way, dude.
Oh wait, it's
No.
more
Yeah,
than 10
probably
years.
like
Yeah.
20,
No
2010.
shot. It's more
Probably
than
like
10
2010, 2012, something around there.
What does the fox say? It was posted on the platform on September 2013.
Yeah, so 10 years.
Oh my god.
Almost exactly 10 years.
10 years. Almost
Yeah.
10 years.
You know, I had this moment where like I used to look at YouTube videos, and when they were like 5, 6 years old, I'd be like, "That's an old video." But now, when they're like 5 or 6 years old, like those videos were like posted back when I was in senior year. Like old videos are like 15 years old now.
YouTube only came around in like 2008, 2009, right?
Maybe yeah, like 12 years old. I mean, regardless, like that's crazy. Like we're gonna get to the point where like those old YouTube videos are like 20, 30 years old.
Do you think? How long do you think the lifetime of YouTube, like as a platform, will be?
Depends on how long Google keeps running it.
Well, yeah, but I'm asking how long do you think that'll be? Do you think people will get bored of videos
mean-
eventually?
No.
Because now they're doing like shorts, and now they're finding ways to compete with like, you know, the really short form videos that have now kind of just taken over, because the way they're engineered now is just like like our time span now is like a generation. It's so sad like what's happening, but like we literally cannot pay attention to something for more than like a minute. Like we constantly need all these context switches and like different sources of dopamine. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just bad.
Yeah.
Like for our health.
I will say, it's actually gotten a little bit better for me ever since I've gotten off Instagram. I go back like maybe once a week or so to see what people have sent, but actually not super bad for me right now.
I'm glad to hear that, bro.
Mhm.
Glad it's
Getting better.
improving for you. I mean, I'm like,
Yeah,
low-
it used to be pretty bad
Yeah.
too for me.
Yeah.
I feel like out of all of us, probably Noah's the least like
No, I mean
absorbed into it.
I'm just now getting back into like intentionally reading books, and like that's like such a strange place for me to be in, because like I used to devour that shit. Like I remember back in the day, like I would read like 400 pages in like 2 or 3 days, and now it's like I don't know, like I've read like 2 books in like the last month or so.
No, I bet you though, if you find a book that is really, you know, motivating, captivating for you, it will like go back to what
no.
it was
Like,
before. Because for me now, every now and then, when like it's the same for most books, it feels like the same way.
Yeah,
like
no, it does. Like,
it's
I
a
remember
struggle.
like the 3 Body Problem. I ran through that because like it's a really good book.
I've been told
It's
to
a
read that
really good
recently.
book.
I've been told.
But it's just it's like it's like the routine of it, I guess. Like I used to go to the school library every day after school, pick up books, read the books in like 1 or 2 days, and now it's just like if I want to get more books, I either have to buy it or I have to drive down to David's library, and like that's just not like in my routine. So like I'm not like getting new books like consistently, and also I just don't have the time anymore. Like I used to be able to just like sit and read for hours on end, and now it's just like every like half hour I'm able to like steal in between like all of my other responsibilities. Like that's the only time I have to read.
Yeah, I feel like the timing's
Yeah.
the bigger issue.
Like I can honestly understand why people are like so addicted to short form content, because it's like you don't have the time for it anymore. You don't have the time to like sit down and watch like in hour long video.
But the funny thing is, right, is that people end up watching this. People will scroll on TikTok for like an hour.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
So I mean, they're still like sucking away your time, basically.
Yeah. I guess it just
Even if,
feels
like-
like a lower investment, right? Because it's like I can
It
stop
does.
whenever I want. Cope. But
But I feel like the longer videos also have their place, like the SMAT VODs. Like we've talked about SMAT before, but the SMAT VODs, you can just put that on when you study,
Yeah.
and that's like 6 hour VOD that is just playing in the background.
yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. I feel like it's kind of become polarized between like really short form content and really, really long form content.
Yeah,
Like you see a lot of like, really long VODs out there.
yeah, but I think still the 10-minute video thing was like the algorithm pushed time limit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm curious to see what's gonna happen to like our kids, basically. Like now it's like iPad kids, right? Like that's literally kids just grow up with like just technology imbued into like every aspect of life. So like, is it just gonna get worse, or like? I remember I really liked how I grew up, which is like I played with toys and I used my like imagination. And then like Noah said, like in school we would go and like we would get books from the library, and like it was just like a very almost simple way of living. But I feel like now like kids just have like YouTube, they have all these apps, they have like TikTok, there's all this like not good stuff for their mind.
What's going to be insane is our kids are going to grow up in the era of AI generated content. And it's kind of like we already have algorithms targeting us with like the kind of like videos and like, like articles and things we want to see. Like, can you imagine when basically media companies on demand can create the, like videos, pictures, video games, anything like you specifically want? It can create a unique experience for you basically for free, because an AI is just going to generate it in like 2 minutes. Like that is like the kind of world our kids are going to grow up in.
I don't think that'll
They're
ever
not gonna
get
have-
past like regulation. Like I don't know. I don't think it'll get to that level.
Regulation's always going to fall in the face of profit seeking.
That's true. I don't
Like
know.
especially here in America, like maybe in the EU they'll regulate that shit, but like here all you need is like one tech company to just like see the potential and to like market the technology, and suddenly they've got like $8 billion in market cap, and they've got lobbyists in Congress, and it's all over.
I feel like also VR is becoming more and more of a thing.
Yeah,
That's
slower though. Like the technology on that's been progressing like pretty slowly compared to like AI.
Yeah, but what if you merge the two?
Yeah, that's wild.
What if you merge the two?
Like
yeah.
it's basically just
It's-
Matrix, right?
Yeah, and then if you got it to the point where it's like a contact lens or something, you could be living in a VR AI generated world permanently.
It's just Black Mirror shit. But I mean, it's like soon, I think,
Yeah.
too. It's interesting. It's interesting the way technology grows too, because like there's this rule.
Moore's law.
Yeah. And like actually, so what Moore's law is that the number of transistors on a microchip will double every couple years. So like over time, right, we should expect like just the power of our machines to constantly improve and be like smaller and more powerful. But it's actually kind of just been like tapering down lately. Like the trend has been slowing and it's like not as true anymore. But still, like when you look at technology as a whole, every day like there's some new novel research coming out in like NLP or like ChatGPT or just machine learning in general, computer vision, right? Like I saw this Google ad where it was like some sports player and he was wearing like this outfit or something, and they were talking about how their AI thing can like you can just take a picture of like what he was wearing and it'll like find that outfit for you. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool, but
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
I think it then starts to present its own set of problems because like that's a nice use for that kind of technology, but like I'm sure you could configure that technology to do many bad things.
Yeah.
And like even if it's like not explicitly bad, like you know, you think about those like YouTube channels for kids, like where it's like all like nonsensical like Elsa Spider-Man animations. Like what happens when you have an AI program designed to like specifically just like procedurally generate content for kids? Just, you know, tons and tons of like, I don't know, like SpongeBob type like animations, like things like that. It's kind of dystopian.
Yeah.
It is extremely dystopian.
You remove all the creativity.
You know what would be funny is you could find a book that would probably like describe this exact kind of future right now, but no one will ever read it.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I feel like I've probably read a book that, or seen a show or some stuff. You remember Mystery Recaps, Jith?
Mystery Recall? What?
Mystery Recapped, that YouTube.
Oh yeah,
channel?
I love Mystery Recall.
Yeah, they do a lot of sci-fi stuff, right?
Yeah.
And there's this one of, like, it was the future, it's like dystopian world, and so they locked everybody into, like, these, type of silos. It wasn't the show was not called Silo. That's a different show, but everyone had their own individual capsule, and every day all they had was a screen in front of them, and they had like everyone had like a specific job, but all they interacted with was this screen, like all day 24/7, and they would play games, they would watch shows, they would eat food generated that to them by the AI, and then they would do like tasks that the AI gave them.
Interesting. Pranay, if you find that pretty cool, there's this movie I watched recently. It had Harry Styles and what's her name? Yelena. Yelena.
It's called
Yelena.
Yeah, it's
Don't
The
worry,
actress
darling.
who-
it's
I
like
don't know Yelena's
Don't Worry,
name.
Darling.
Yeah, Don't Worry,
It's called
Darling.
Don't Worry, Darling.
Yeah. I watched that movie recently. I think you would really like it. Kind of related to stuff like this. It's very, very cool.
I've not watched it yet, but I watched the Mystery Recap version of it some time ago, and then I was just like, well, I don't want to. I've already know this
Also,
thing.
you
I don't want to
understand
watch
like,
it again.
twist and how everything plays out.
Yeah.
That movie though, very, very cool. It was a fun watch actually, and dude, she carried the entire movie. Like she broke her back to make that movie like
Yeah, I heard.
decent. Like
I heard.
literally, that movie was her and nothing but her. Every other actor in that movie was like not it.
I see. Yeah, I heard that
Yeah,
movie was
I mean,
like
technology
I
is
heard
just
the
gonna-
movie like people either really liked it or really did not like it.
I think it's like worth a once watch. It's not like a, oh my god, I love this movie so much, because like it's still like a thriller and a not necessarily horror, but like more thriller. But I think it's worth like at least a mystery recap at minimum.
yeah, for sure. Like the concept is interesting.
Yeah. I would say just give it a watch if you have some time. But
Give it a good old Mystery Recap watch.
yeah. You know what I've always wanted to call is if we get technology like to this like crazy advanced level, right? Like this Iron Man level of like, oh, I like suit up and like just like all and like Jarvis and AI and things like this. Like, do you think genuinely like people could become like Iron Man or Iron Spider or?
I don't know, maybe. maybe I think feel like that's more of like a still in like far in the future kind of thing. I feel like the AI stuff has to get a lot better before that happens, but I definitely can see where you're going. And if I had to pick one, I would totally be Spider-Man. I would say this like just being able I don't know, just being able, even like the VR Spider-Man. Have you guys ever played the VR version of like Spider-Man?
No.
I don't know
Okay,
what that
well,
is.
There's just like
Like the
What do you mean?
Sony Spider-Man.
yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a VR mod for it.
Oh,
Have you guys ever played this?
that sounds pretty sick. Not gonna lie.
It really
I've
feels it really feels like you're swinging through New York. Like, I don't know how to
Yeah.
describe it, but even just the base Sony Spider-Man game, like when you're just traversing the city or like when you're doing fights, like it feels so fluid. I don't know. I can't think of any other game that has mechanics that are that fluid. That's really the only way to describe it. Like you really feel like you're, especially with like the PS5 like adaptive controller and like the adaptive triggers and stuff. Like it gives you pushback and stuff. It makes it so much more immersive. And
Bro, are you like reading a fucking ad copy for Sony? Like,
I should be. You know what? So
Yeah.
if you're listening, we'd love to take your money because we're right now we're giving you the Spider-Man advertisement for free. But anyway, Spider-Man 2 is coming out in a couple of weeks, and this game looks so sick. I mean, not only just the
It's very sick.
the like gameplay mechanics have been improved and stuff, but like the voice acting. I've shared this video with PJ, I don't know how many times, but the Venom voice acting is so yeah.
Yeah, he shared it with
It's
me
so good.
quite
I
a
mean,
few
I feel
times.
PJ appreciates good voice acting. That's why I shared it with you. But that that
do.
Venom voice actor,
I
I don't
do.
even know
I
who
really
it
do.
is, but it really sounds like Venom.
It's me,
Oh,
Cobb.
Jet, do the voice. Do the
I am
voice right
Venom.
now, Jet.
I am Venom.
it's him.
It's him. I guess
He's
it's him.
Venom. Damn.
Dude, but I can't wait to play this game. Jet, you've recently acquired a PlayStation. Well, kind of acquired a PlayStation.
Yeah, so my roommate has a PlayStation, and I low-key just been playing Spider-Man on it. It's so gas. I
You've been
love
playing
it.
what?
My roommate has a PlayStation. I've been playing the Spider-Man game. Dude, just swinging around New York in like the winter time when it's Christmas, I feel so happy, dude. I just like, it's just pure serotonin, dopamine, every like one of those hormones, whatever chemicals, I'm feeling it.
It
I'm
really.
feeling it.
I don't know. I think that's got to be like.
Like,
top
do you guys know
tier.
that one scene? Sorry, you know that one scene in Hawkeye where it's like Christmas time and they're in like that big Christmas square and there's snow and the Christmas trees there and all the
Yeah.
lights and everything. I don't know. I personally love like the winter snowy time of the year. So whenever I see that scene, it gives me some like nostalgia, some like happiness.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I just think it's so beautiful. Like, I feel like the ugliness of the world is covered by snow.
Okay.
That got a little dark there, but okay.
But snow is just like beautiful. This is not like a colorist thing. It's not because snow is white.
I mean,
It's
it is
just-
though.
I don't know, just
I mean,
I mean, yeah. Actually, what is about that? Why people like white snow, but they think brown snow is like, they don't even
Oh, I
call it
saw
brown
this.
snow. You know what they
I
call
saw a
it?
Key and Peele thing about it.
black
recently.
eyes.
Yeah, they call it black
that
eyes.
dangerous, sneaky
Yeah,
black
yeah.
eyes.
Uh huh.
Yeah, dangerous sneaky black eyes.
Yeah. Why don't we talk about that?
Jet,
I mean, I don't know, man.
Jet, has your roommate pre-ordered the game?
I think he's just waiting for it to come out and he's just gonna
Okay.
get it.
I mean, what's the point of pre-ordering
mean, either
digital
way.
copies? Honestly,
Yeah.
they're not gonna run out of digital
just get your
copies.
extra shit, right?
stuff.
But isn't it a bit more
I
expensive
don't
or no?
know. I don't think so. I think
I
it's the
don't think
same
it
price
is.
as if you buy a day of. Yeah, I think it just gives you the pre-order bonus and
Okay.
like you get the DLC when it comes out.
Okay, yeah.
But anyway, this game
I
is
mean,
hype.
Dude, I just want I don't know if it's gonna have 2-player or not, but
It's
a
not- it's
2-player
not
one
gonna
would
be
be so
2-player.
crazy.
They've already said this many times. But,
A two like it would be like would it be online 2-player or like just not local?
I mean,
2-player?
it's not going to be any 2-player. The whole thing is only a solo game.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but
I
can you
don't know.
imagine if
I
like
wish,
one
like,
person
in
was
some
Miles, one
capacity it
person
was
was
2-player.
Peter, You're just like, yeah.
It's Peter?
You're just like going through like even the transitions between Miles and Peter look so sick. But if you were able to do it multiplayer, that would be so much fun. Online, local, it doesn't matter.
I think it would be pretty gas. Cause like you imagine you could do like the thing that they did in No Way Home, where like you swing off each other.
That was
That'd be
pretty
so
sick.
hype.
That would be insane. That would be so
That'd be
nice.
so hype.
In the multiplayer Spider-Man game, who do you think is the most OP Spider-Man?
Spider-Man 2099.
2099. Okay. Bro, it's crazy. I want to do the choke slam that he always does. He's like choke slam Mile into the buzz.
Hot.
You want to get choke slam?
No, I like being able to walk.
Are you into that? You into that?
I appreciate my current lack of paralysis. So yeah, no thanks.
Okay. Okay.
Also, I'm a taken man.
That's fair.
Like, come on.
Okay, what if she choke slammed you?
I might be open to it.
All right. Well,
Jet, you have your mission.
if you're listening, well, what? This is not
You
my
have your
mission.
mission. Yeah, but
It's her
who's
mission.
the one who has to give the mission, Jet?
It's me. I am.
is you.
I am
Gonna
Nick
show
Fury.
up like Nick Fury. Like, it's called the Avengers Initiative.
You'd be like, your mission if you choose to accept.
Okay, but everyone listening, listen closely. Listen closely. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to like, comment, and follow, stating the obvious, on every platform. The next step is sponsorships. If you're listening, accept this mission and give us money.
Look, man, it doesn't have to be a big company like Sony. Like, I don't fucking care who it is. Like the fucking pizza shop down the street. Like, I will rep anybody, man. Fucking like some rebels in Syria. I will sponsor. Like, you want to sponsor us? Like, fuck. I'll like Allahu Akbar that. Like, literally anything.
That's crazy. That's crazy, guys. Yeah, before we get canceled for this entire episode, thank you so much for listening. We love you so much, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Holy fuck, Noah.